So do you really need a 3080 or 2080 to run Flight Simulator in 4K 60? Now, before I go any further, of course, having a much more powerful GPU, it's gonna obviously increase the performance, stability, and you'll be able to max everything out in 4K 60. So yes, you're gonna have a much better quality with a much better performance. There's no question about that. But is it like a necessity that you gotta have, that you gotta spend $800 or more, or $700? No. You can go with a simple card for like $350 or $380. Even that, $400 is still a lot of money. Let's say if you can get 2060 Super. 2060 Super, which I have Zotac. I love Zotac. Even I would say I would choose Zotac GPU over EVGA. I know that's saying a lot, but believe me, I've been super impressed with Zotac and what this card can actually achieve. So here I am on my, as you know it, 48-inch OLED TV that I have that was gifted to me by LG, running everything on HDR, 4K 60, medium settings. So here I am, as you can see down here, I'm going to scroll, it's 4K, set to medium, and everything's set to medium, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Medium, 4K medium, 60, at least I'll be getting 60 frames per second, medium, HDR, and as you will see, it runs pretty good. No problems, no issues, and well, let me show it to you. Alright, let me just start something and let me start flying so you can see it. Alright, so here I am running in 4K 60 medium settings, no problems, no issues. Some people ask me, is it possible to do 120 hertz refresh rate with 4K and HDR? I said, yeah, you can do it. As a matter of fact, on this television, I am running a 4K 120 hertz refresh rate. Now the frames are 60 FPS, but I'm forcing it at the 120 hertz refresh rate, which also helps on top of the low latency game response, instant game response option that utilizes that, lower latency, and pretty good input lag, which is like 13 milliseconds, which is not bad. So here I am, 2060 Super Zotac. Now I do have a i7 9th generation processor. I do have 8 cores, 4.8 gigahertz. Remember, it's not just your GPU, it's also your CPU. Your CPU has to be pretty good as well. CPU, GPU, and of course memory. So those three things you really got to keep in mind. Your CPU, GPU, and a memory. I wouldn't go anything above 16. A pretty good 16 DDR RAM, memory RAM with a really good high speed memory bus speed. I would say go with something like that, and you're good. So what the whole point here is, yeah, you can run 4K. You can run 4K 60 on this 2060 Super. Here I am, I'm doing it. Now these are medium settings, and there's nothing wrong with the medium settings. A lot of people think, oh, if you all of a sudden switch to medium settings, that it's gonna look like a garbage. No, it looks pretty good. But at least it's 4K. It's a native 4K. It's HDR. It's 60 FPS. At least you're getting some pretty good quality here. So you see, you don't necessarily need to spend ridiculous amount of money. I've seen people buy 3080s and people buying 3090s. I mean, come on, man. There's other options. I've seen people even get rid of their 2080 Ti's. I was like, dude, 2080 Ti is still a kick-ass GPU, man. Keep that GPU. You're good. Don't get rid of it. Not just yet. Now, granted, like I said earlier, if you have that luxury to purchase a 3080 or 3090, then by all means do it. You know, if money's not an issue, I mean, go all the way, man. Why should anything stop you? If you have the money, enjoy it. Life is too short. But I'm simply saying this BS that some people out there have been saying, oh, dude, you need at least 2070 to run. I don't know who's it. Somebody, I think it was a Linus Tech Tip that says you need at least 2070 to run this game. I mean, come on, dude. You should have known better. You don't need 2070 at least to run this game. Okay? My God, this looks so real. There's that park. It's just mind-blowing how everything it's realistic. That's the beauty of this game is you know that everything is going to be pretty much real. Because I know these streets and I'm familiar with the area here. So when I look at this, I'm like, holy shit, dude. This is like super real. And it's kind of cool to explore and fly and just check out the scenery. I wouldn't go with like a TBM 930 or even the turboprop. I would go with something that's more economical, like some of these Cessnas, you know, low-end Cessnas. Because these low-end Cessnas are pretty good for like scenery and stuff like that. Check out the scenery. You don't want a jet or a turboprop, you know, because they're so fast. You want something like this, like 280 horsepower, you know, just a low-end Cessna will do it, man. I call them low-end Cessnas. Just simple stuff. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, man, this looks great on my OLED. And here I am, native 4K. Flying around. Now, keep in mind, I'm not using the best camera in the world. But you gotta remember, to truly appreciate the OLED, you gotta see this in person. You know, if you're watching this video and you're judging this television based on what you are seeing here, you're not seeing anything, basically. Because it's impossible for camera lens to depict what I'm seeing with my own two retina eyes in person, okay? But look at this, the cloud formation and how the sun is beaming down as the clouds are passing over you. It is so realistic, man. This game is so realistic. And people who live in this area, you know damn well that this shit is realistic. You probably be like, oh my God, I know this road, I've been here, hell yeah. That's the Palm Beach International right here. Maybe we can go check it out a little bit. Just come around here. Here. Palm Beach International. Let's just fly a little bit around here. Palm Beach International, it's a very busy airport. It's also the airport where the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, usually lands here, and they always have the Air Force here on the standby when he arrives. It really has become, in the past 4 years, this airport has become like the Air Force airport because of the president, because he has just east of here, Mar-a-Lago, which is on the east side, on one of these islands over there. And that's where he comes usually during the fall, November, December. You know, he comes here to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. So he usually comes here from time to time. And this is where the Air Force One, it's parked right over here. I've seen Air Force One so many times now. Let me tell you, that thing is a juggernaut. You got to see it in person, man. Air Force One, when you see that thing in person, it's freaking huge. I mean, it's like a giant skyscraper building, man. It's fucking huge. All right. Seeing it on a television, it really doesn't do it justice. You got to see the Air Force One, like on, like I got to see it in person, dude. Everything you got to see in person. When you see it in person, you're like, oh shit, that thing looks huge. But here I am. Look at this. I'm on my OLED. Nothing too fancy. 2060 Super Zotac. No problems, no issues. Native 4K. This is native 4K 60 FPS, okay? Native 4K 60 FPS. And medium settings, HDR. Looks pretty good. But you also have to remember your internet, it's going to be another factor because you're using a data to render all of this stuff. It's not just your GPU, it's your internet as well. So keep that in mind. That's how this game works, basically. Now, you don't have to use the data from the Azure to get all of this satellite rendering and dynamic weather rendering and all the ATC live rendering as well. You can turn that off, but then the experience is not going to be realistic. You know what I mean? This is so awesome, dude. And the weather, it's like this. It's very cloudy right now. This is so accurate, dude. It's very cloudy. It's like this. It's going to be raining. That's another thing, man. This probably has to be the best thing that has happened in 2020, in my opinion, is the flight simulator. Out of everything else that has happened in 2020, I would say Flight Simulator is one of the best things that has happened. Seriously. Yes, I did have some trouble downloading this game. I had some trouble, you know, getting it to start and all that. But once I got it fixed, everything else was just... let me tell you, I think I put about, 55 hours into this game, flying. And it never gets old. Because you get the entire planet to explore. The entire planet to explore. Let's see if we can land right here on Palm Beach International. If we can land successfully. For once in my life. For once in my life. Maybe I can land successfully. I know somewhere out there, Cameron D and Derek are laughing. Come on. Park it. Land it. Let's go. It's 4K. Come on. It's a low-end Cessna. It shouldn't be a problem for you to land this damn thing. It's not a Boeing 787 or 747. Come on, dude. Come on. You got this, bro. You got it. I know you got it, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. See? Ah, come on. Come on. Come on. See? It wasn't that bad. You did it, Mr. 4K. You did it. You did it. Now, move it away, move it away, move it away. There you go. Park it over here. All right. Nicely done. All right, well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this 15-minute video. I know it's a pretty long video, but I figured I'll let you know that, hey, you know, you don't necessarily have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to enjoy Flight Simulator. I was even able to fly Flight Simulator on my Shadow with a P5000 Quattro a graphics card. And I also did native 4K. I did ultra widescreen on Shadow. Hey, if I can do it through Shadow, yeah, you can do it. You don't need like a ridiculous GPU, super expensive GPU. Don't listen to those. I'm trying to use kind of nice words. I don't want to really use offensive words, but you know what I mean. Those prima donnas. Don't listen to those prima donnas, man. They're just there to sell you shit. They're a bunch of cheap car salesmen. That's what they are. They're salespeople. They're like one of those guys on HSN, you know, Home Shopping Network. They're just trying to sell you shit. Why they're trying to sell you shit? Because that's what they do. They have sponsors up to their eyeballs, and they need to sell shit. So they're gonna tell you this is why you need to buy this and buy that. But first, let's hear it from our sponsor. You know, those assholes. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just want to tell you, hey, this is what you can do. This is what you can't do. Everything I own, I paid for it. I worked hard for it, and I'm proud of that. At least I can say, hey, I bought it with my own cash. All right. Now, except this TV. This TV was gifted to me. Thank you, LG. I really appreciate it. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. There will be a live stream tomorrow, by the way. After I get my haircut. I need to get a haircut. God damn it. All right, guys. Take care.